Now I'm going to move on to my eyes. I'm just gonna, over the whole entire lid, I'm gonna just, a little color there that I'll use it kind of as my blending palette when I start putting other colors there. But it actually, what I do, and that's just something I do, is I kind of provide a little base color on my eye, you know, before I start adding, you know, the different colors to blend. And I just apply it over the whole eye and lid and everything before I start putting colors together to create the eye that I really want today. Back to complete my eye. Today I'm going to be using just a MAC palette to create the eye, kind of like a smoky eye that I want to create. Again, I'm just using a little MAC palette with some browns, some golds, and a little turquoise light palette in there to create that eye that I'm looking for today. And I'll get started with my lower eye. And I'll complete the lower lid with the brown. Well, a lot of people are using the cut crease. Again, since I'm not home, I'm not going to be all technical with it and do something dramatic and using the cut crease today. I'm just going to be applying like a layered look with the smoky eye. Now I've kind of created the eye that I want, and I have gotten all the colors laid down and all those kind. And now I'm just going to finish by blending up at the top. Oh, excuse me. So sorry about that. I'm just blending to finish the colors that I have. And to go along with my eye, one of the things that I've been doing is I've been creating a pop to go like right in the corners. And it just allows your eye to pop. And I've been doing that. Look, as far as my eye is concerned, I'm going to apply the liner. And I've been using just a Kiss liner. I do use a little wing, not a lot, just a little one, just a small wing. And since I'm applying lashes today, the trick that I probably have said before, and I've told you, I also use lash glue liner. It just allows the lash to apply and adhere to your line a little better. It also can serve as liner, you know, if you just want to use this by itself. And no, again, in the beginning, I used the lash glue to let it set to become tacky. But if you wanted to just use this lash liner glue, it's perfectly fine to just use that. It's iEnvy lash glue liner, and it's perfect. If you want something quick and easy, you can just apply this and go on with your day. Now I am going to apply my lash. I have allowed it to get super tacky. It is really tacky there. So now what I do, I just take my tweezers. I've seen people just do it, you know, freehand with no tweezers, but I just take my tweezers and I just apply it as close to the line as I possibly can. Over the years, I've gotten pretty good at this. When I first started out trying to apply lashes, that was another story. And I just reinforce it. And it's there. Alrighty, I have pretty much almost completed. I'm just doing the process of completing my lip. And what I really like to do as far as my lips are concerned is I've been, you know, for a nice subtle, just something on my lips, I've been using my concealer. I do it dark on the outside and just something just like an ombre look. And I'll also set it as well. Just to give it that more natural look if you don't really want to color on your lips. By all means, if you want to color on your lips, you can do that. And I just kind of dust the excess off. And I'll go back and I'll dust all the excess powder off of my face. And last but not least, the most important is the L'Oreal Infallible. I'm telling you, I use this. I also use the NYX face glue, but hands down, I like the L'Oreal Infallible just to set my face. It does very well on transfer, and that's a big thing. I'm a nurse, and just day-to-day life, not even just being a nurse, being in day-to-day, just, you know, you don't want the makeup to transfer from your hands and onto things. So I use the L'Oreal Infallible to set my face. And that's that. That is my look for today. Thank you for joining me. Again, hit that like button, subscribe button if you want to hear the notifications. See the notifications when I pop on to do a face. By all means, do so. Thank you so much for joining me. And as always, let's have a lot of self-confidence and a lot of self-love. Let's just sit down and dwell and to see what we can do to improve those things. Have a great day.